Hello and welcome. So I'm just going to do a little demo of one updated demo of what you can do with the MitreMajig, and you'll see that on my piece of paper I have actually got two MitreMajigs in front of me. I've got a pale green one and I've got a clear one. The color's immaterial, but what you can notice, or what hopefully you'll notice, is this one has a slightly thicker space than this one. So basically this is the original MitreMajig and this is kind of the new and improved one. They both have a place though in your craft room. This one if you're using thicker board, this one if you're using thinner board. I just put this piece of paper here so that you could see what I was going to do. So I'm just going to demo them quickly and demo all the other little bits that are on here. So I've already prepped a board that I'm going to show you how to cover, and I'm going to at the top use the original MitreMajig, and I'm going to prep two corners. Okay, so it just hooks on to your card. So I've prepped the top two using this one and the bottom two I'm going to use the new version. And I'll just leave them there, and you can see there's a bigger gap there than there is there. So the next thing I'm going to do is just quickly score, and this is just going to help me get a really nice neat fold. So I can fold, fold and fold using my scoreboard to help me, and then I'm going to fold in these two lines, or these two sides I should say, not lines. Okay, and now you can see this one has got a bigger sort of area than what this one does. But you're going to do exactly the same thing to all four corners, because this one I'm going to tuck. This one I'm just going to pull in, I'm going to pull that one in, and I'm going to tuck that one. Okay, so tuck, tuck. Alright, and once I've done that, I'm just going to remove the double-sided tape release paper and just going to quickly give this a good old press down, burnish it, and then I'll show you the difference. So this is the original MitreMajig. It still gives you a really nice finish. This is the new and improved, where it's almost a perfect 45. Okay, so that's the main use of the MitreMajig. The original in my left hand, the new one in my right hand. Okay, so the other things on here, what are they for? I'm going to show you what that engraved section is for. So I now need to make a pocket in my mini album, and I want to mitre the corners. So I need to mitre this intersection here. So if I have my MitreMajig, I line up, and I think you should be able to see, I line up that engraved section on the score line, making sure that where they meet is on the intersection. I can then use my knife, and both MitreMajigs have this on them. They have the same ability. Okay, so I've now cut through the intersection, so I've got a really nice 45-degree angle. And then the third use of this tool is to get the size if you want to mitre a corner and you're not with the top edge and you're not sure. So you can just pop that on, line it up on those two sides and mitre, and you'll get your mitre that you need at the top. So the mitre for the bottom, let's put a piece of paper underneath there again, maybe it will help you see. The mitre for the bottom the mitre for the top. Okay, so that's 2 of them done, and I'm just going to show you. And I fold in. I have a beautifully mitred section, so I don't have bulk when I stick down. I know that when I did this one, I moved slightly, so it's not going to be as perfect. You can see it's not as perfect, but it still is good enough that it gives me a decent mitre with a pocket. Okay. And also, when I stick my little pocket down, I'm not going to be able to see where I've stuck it down because I've mitred these top sections. Okay, so that was use number 2 and 3. Number 1, number 2 and 3. So number 4, we have a tag. I've got a little piece. It works perfectly with smaller tags. Bigger tags, it does work, but the angle is not quite perfect. But I want to cut this little 3x4. I think it's a 3x4. I want to make a tag. Just lining it up, using my scissors, and I've now got my tag, and I can punch my hole, and the sides are the same on each side. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4th use. I'm going to show you the 5th and final use. So I've already scored this piece of paper. I want to make an envelope. Okay, so I've just used my scoreboard. Okay, so I've just scored. I'm folding that down. Score, folding that. Scored and folding that over. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is very, very quickly, I'm going to round the corners. So I don't want sharp corners. Okay, corners are rounded. And now I'm going to pick up my tool and I'm going to get rid of these little notches. So I'm going to use this little bit and I'm going to pop it on there like so. And I'm just going to notch turn it round, line it up, notch, notch, and notch. I've now cut out my 4 notches. I can now fold in my envelope, and I've cut out these little notches here, so when I fold it in, it's all going to fit perfectly and it's all neatly finished. So those are my 5 uses for either the MitreMajig 1 or the MitreMajig 2. Okay, large and small, and then the 5 uses: covering, mitering the base of an envelope and the top, giving you the distance for the top, making a tag, and then notching out if we're making an envelope.